Hi there, this is Grandma Mommy, and I've got a new iron farm for 1.16. Mojang has eliminated the need for job sites as far as making iron is concerned, so I've made a new farm that doesn't use them. Now about my 1.15 farm, and this is really important, they work just as well as they ever did, maybe a little faster due to some new mechanics. Mine didn't ever seem to have the problem of villagers forgetting where their things were. Yeah, I'm bragging a little bit. But if you're in the same world, don't change anything, because my farm actually uses that mechanic of the villagers wanting to work to get them in front of the zombie. So if you use my old farm, the job site still has a function. So, moral of the story, if you have one in a world that you're still using, just leave it alone. If you're building a new one, I'd just recommend building this new improved model. It fits in the same size box as the other one. You can still hide it inside of builds as long as you're careful with spawnable blocks, just like before. And this one is a teeny bit more efficient and a little bit easier to build. Here is all you need to spawn in golems. You need 3 villagers with 3 beds. They need to have slept, and then when they get scared, they will call a golem to their rescue. That's it. That's the mechanic. Now, getting them to call the golem is easy. Getting to catch that iron is what's hard. They can call a golem about every 40 seconds, and they won't call a second one if there's already one here. This farm of mine captures a golem about every 44 seconds, so it's really, really close to the other farms. And in fact, since you can build it pretty, as this one, you might actually build your farm somewhere where you're always around. So you're keeping it loaded all the time instead of having to go somewhere and AFK those great big ones. So you may very well get plenty of iron from this little farm. So now that you've seen it, let's go build one. So here are the things you will need to build this. You'll need a little over a stack of either glass or blocks or whatever you're going to build this out of. It doesn't matter. You will need 3 blocks to go above chests. So they'll either need to be glass or stairs or half slabs. I'll show you where with the orange glass. I'm going to build mine out of glass mostly so that you can see what we're building. You will need 24 actual solid blocks for the golems to spawn on. Then you will need 9 slabs of some kind, and then 2 either fence posts or iron bars, and then 4 either trapdoors or iron trapdoors. The only downside to using the wooden ones is they will look like they are burning, so that makes it a little bit cheaper to start. Then 3 villagers, a zombie that will not despawn. If you don't know how to do that any other way, just make sure you use a name tag on it. 3 beds, a torch, very important, 2 chests, and 3 hoppers. You could technically get by with 1 chest, but 2 chests and 3 hoppers. This is the only iron you will need, is the iron to make these, oh hi kitty, these 3 hoppers. So let's get to making it. Yeah, hi, I see you. To keep golems from spawning anywhere except in your farm, you're going to need a big clear area. If there's a big tree over there, you're going to see a golem on top of it. So you need a flat area, go up 8 blocks, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then build a 4x4 platform. This can stay or go. It has nothing to do with the build. Now, place your beds in this position. That way only. So make sure that the pillows are facing these 2 blocks. Then you can put whatever blocks you're using here. I'm going to use these to make sure we see them. A block there, and then half slab there, there, and there. Then put your torch here. This is to keep this lit. We're going to have the area here exactly 2 blocks high, so you cannot use carpet because villagers are exactly 2 blocks high and the carpet will make it too small. So there's your base. This can be out of glass. Everything except these can be out of glass. Now I'm going to use glass. So right here, we want one row. Around the beds, you've got one block, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the reason we have to make this size is for the containment area on the top. And then this block right here, behind this lower half slab, is a half slab at the bottom. Okay? This is where your zombie's going to go. And after you've done that, fill in all the glass so that you've got this. So you filled everything but this above this half slab and this area here, this 4x3 area, and that like that. And come in here and put slabs right here. This is the magic. The villagers can get in bed, but they cannot stand on the bed. They can sleep, but they can't stand. That's why the pillows have to be here. If they're over there, they can't reach them. Pillows in the middle, half slabs, so that you've got a full block, half here, half there. Plenty of room for villagers to sleep. Now we go. We're going to knock some of these blocks off, but let's just go on and do a 5x5. And this middle block will be where the stuff falls down. Now, in some direction, does not matter which direction, you're going to have a chest. And then we've knocked these blocks out. Then make sure all 3 hoppers are pointing into the chest by pushing shift while you place them. And then this is where you will need the glass, or the, if you're not using glass, the half slabs or the stairs in this pattern right here. I want to make it really clear that this layer, this top layer right here, has to be full blocks. It has to be solid blocks, not glass. I've said you can use glass and stone interchangeably, but this is the place where you have to use stone. Apparently golems won't spawn unless it's up on the side here. Yes, this actually happened in 2 or 3 different times. This is the only time I caught it on camera. They actually will spawn on the glass up above this spawning platform. But if the whole thing's made of glass, they don't. I have no explanation except do it this way. And while we're on the subject of golems and weird things, the reason I go to the extra trouble of making the killing area in the middle of this farm, where the water brings the golems to the center, is to prevent this kind of thing. Sometimes they end up going over the side, sometimes they end up in the wall. With the water bringing them to the center, you never have that problem. So here's this. Now, you want to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go on and fill it in all solid. So make sure you've gone up 3 blocks high. Then you take whatever you're going to use to hold your lava. Put that in. And a temporary block to put your trapdoors on. Make sure they're at the top like that. If you're using the wooden trapdoors, you will have to shift, point right at the side of that trapdoor, and put your lava. If you're using the iron ones, you don't have to shift. And then 4 things of water. 1, you can use, however you get water in there, but don't put it anywhere but in those 4 corners so that you've got it going towards the middle, and then make sure you break that block out. That's where your items will go. Make sure you do that. And there you have it. So there you have a complete farm. And there's what I was saying about them burning. You can put any block up here to stop that. You can put full blocks up here. You can put half slabs up here. You can put actual full blocks, because this block is out of range for the golems to spawn. So you can put a roof on this if you want to. You can do whatever you want. And then at some point, you're going to want chests and hoppers going down, maybe all the way to the ground, to collect your iron. You can wait till you get iron from the farm, though, to build those hoppers. So then you put your villagers in. It'll be a little bit harder for you without a spawn egg, but I do recommend you put them in before you put the zombie in. They'll be much more willing to go inside. Then you put your zombie in. Make sure he is named something appropriate. And you're ready to go. So once it's night and somebody goes in the bed, we have a working iron farm. This farm is super simple. Extras. This farm is super simple, cheap to build, and you should get about 4 stacks of iron an hour. Thanks for watching. This has been Grandma.